where we're going to show you how you can set up a WordPress blog. Very, very excited about today because this is actually something that's relatively new for me as well. A while ago I set up a few WordPress blogs. This was probably a good couple of years ago. Since then I have actually got techies to do it for me. But just for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. However, when it does come time to build your own publish your own ebooks or membership sites through our Internet Secrets, it's something that we do for you. We build the sites for you. But for the purpose of just this first 30 days, we are going to do the total non-techie way of doing a WordPress blog. And that's why I've got just me showing you today instead of bringing in one of the techies or super techie Sam. Now, there are probably things that I'm going to show you today that some of the techie people would probably go, oh, no, don't do it like that. But trust me, it still works. The reason why they do things probably a little bit differently is that they will need a lot more functions for theirs. But this is just a WordPress blog. It's just for the purpose of the first 30 days. So I'm just going to show you nice and simply how we can do it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into our cPanel. So runmarathontraining.com. I think there's a, you can do the semicolon 2082. That's one way of doing it, or the other way you can do /cpanel. This is a non-techie way, so we're going to do everything non-techie today, but it does bring up runmarathontraining.com colon 2082. Enter in your username and password, and we're just going to log into HostGator. Okay, you'll recognise this from earlier on in the first 30 days. I believe Sam took you through how the HostGator and setting up your email accounts. Right now we are going to scroll on down to the bottom here, where we go into software and services. Now, some of the techies will use this Fantastico. It has a few more functions, but today I'm going to just use Quick Install to install our WordPress blog. So we click on Quick Install onto a page like this. Now, on the left-hand side over here, you'll see blog software and you'll have WordPress. So we want to click on the WordPress to install WordPress and continue. Here. Now this is the control panel where we're going to put our information in. Now if you've got only one domain hosted in here, it'll come up automatically. I happen to have quite a few, so I want to go down and I want to find, because I'm doing this for Run Marathon Training, I want to go down and find runmarathontraining.com. Now this here is where you'd want to put an extra file. So for instance, if I wanted runmarathontraining.com /blog and the WordPress to be installed in the blog part of my website, then I would put it in here or whatever it may be. But I actually want my WordPress to be installed on my main site. So I want the landing page, the main page, to be runmarathontraining.com and come straight to WordPress. So I'm just going to leave it like that. You want to put an email in here. This is where they're going to email you your password and your domain detail, login details. So it needs to be a relevant email that you use. And this is where you put your blog title. So for instance, mine is Run Marathon Training. And so you want this to be basically the name of your website. And that's pretty much all you need to do now. We go install now. Now it's just going to load that up. And it's as simple as that. Congratulations, we now have WordPress. So what we can do, just to show you that just under here is the username and password. This will have been emailed to you as well. I'm just at this stage going to copy this password for now. I'll show you why in a second. But you can access your domain by going here now, or you can access the admin area. But I'm just going to go into here, which is where this is just the website. This is what it looks like right at this present point in time. So this is just a default theme that WordPress has put up. Now so now we want to log into the back end of WordPress. So we go /WordPress-admin and we enter. Now we put in our username and password. The username is usually defaults to admin, which is what it was. I'll just copy in the password and log in. If you haven't got it, check your email. It would have been sent to you from HostGator. Okay, so this is now the back end of our website. This is where we do all the changes, add our blogs and things. How exciting. So one of the first things you might want to do is go in and change your password. So we go into users here on the left hand side of your screen. We click on admin, and we can scroll down and change the password here and update profile. I'll do that later on. Another thing we may want to do is adjust the appearance. So we go up to appearance here and themes. Now, some of the things to consider when you're looking at a theme is we want to have everything that's going to grab someone's attention above the fold of your website. What I mean by that is it's an old newspaper saying that once upon a time when you used to buy newspapers on the newsstand, they were folded in half. If you walked past, the top half of the newspaper was the only thing you could see. That top of that half of that newspaper had to attract your attention. So we want to do the same with websites. So we don't want people to have to scroll down to find the most important information. We want our website to grab them from the start. So with this in mind, we look for smaller banners so that the top part of the screen is a smaller banner so that they can get straight into the information that they're after. This happens to be a really good theme, this 2012, and that's the one that I'm going to be using for this exercise. But how you can find your themes is you go into Install Themes. You can go into featured, newest and recently updated, have a sort through there, see what you like. What I do recommend though is that you do a 2-column right sidebar with a custom header. The reason why is eventually we will get a banner done for our new blog or our new website, and you want to have the option of being able to load that up. So those are the ones that I'm going to do for now. I could tick blue because my site's blue, but because eventually I'm going to get a new banner loaded up, it's not really a big deal at the moment. And we can go find themes. So what it will do is it'll bring up all the themes that have got 2 columns. What I mean by 2 columns is one here, which is the main one, and then we've got a smaller one over here, and all variations. But because we've asked for the right sidebar, that's the 2nd column, this is going to be more than likely smaller on all of these themes. So one of the things we're looking for, as I mentioned, is that this banner across the top here is small. See, this is quite a large one, so it will take up quite a bit of the screen. These ones are small so that there's more stuff that you can put in that can be seen above the fold so people don't have to scroll down. I'm going to go back to my main part, my theme. So if you do find a theme that you like, all you need to do is go install now. I'm going to just use this as an example and go install now, and then go activate. So that will activate this theme as my runmarathontraining.com. So if I go to visit site, that's the new theme. So we can edit all this in the back end of WordPress. But I'm going to go back now because I've picked my theme and it isn't that one. I want to use the 2012 theme here, so I'm actually going to go in and activate that one. Now, like I said, when I eventually get a banner done, I will load it up, but at this present point in time, I'm just going to go into Customize. This is nice and simple, this one. It's pretty much all done for you, really. So we've got this little box here. This is where we can go and change things. So we can go site, title, and tagline. So we've got Run Marathon Training. And my tagline, I'm just going to make something up for now, helping you complete a marathon That'll do. I'll think of something better down the track. Colours, I can change the colours, so I can have a nice little reddy colour, which changes this over here, and we can select the background colour, which is this bit around here, or we can actually upload an image. So the image might be lots of little runners or whatever around the outside here, but we're just going to go like this and select more of a bluey colour, lighten that down a little bit. Just play with this, do what you like with it. There we go. We want a static front page, or we want latest posts, so we want our latest posts showing, so that means every single time we change it, do a new blog post up here, the latest one shows. And we're going to save and publish that. And we're going to close it down. So that is it in a nutshell. Now what you might want to do is put some things on your page. Go back up to the dashboard here. It just makes it nice and simple into the home section. So before we went into customize, so we did our header. Now we can go into write your first blog post. So we can click on this and put something in here. This is where you can use some of your private label rights things. What I do suggest though, that if you have bought private label rights, that you do change them around a little bit. You don't want double content on the internet. So rewrite it, or get someone on Fiverr to rewrite some of your private label things and put your articles up there. So that is it in a nutshell. You now have your very own WordPress website blog, so we can start giving some interesting content to our followers. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to go through some really cool plugins that you can put on your website that are really going to help optimize it and link it back to Facebook. Great. So you have fun. Any questions that you have, make sure you go to our Facebook group and ask.